Raygun is back in the news, and it's not silly, it's not quirky, it's not jovially retarded, it's actually quite callous. You see, Australian comedian Steph Broadbridge created a satirical musical based on Raygun's Olympic performance, and right before its opening show, it was shut down by Raygun's legal team. Yes, that's right, Raygun's legal team sent this comedian a cease and desist letter outlining that they had to take necessary steps to safeguard Rachael's creative rights and the integrity of her work. I'm sorry, this is Clown World. You've got to be kidding me. Let's have a closer look.
The Aussie comedian behind the Raygun-inspired musical vows to get the show back on the road after the Sydney preview was cancelled hours before its debut.
Yes, this is the project. I don't actually like the project. You might have noticed I don't like much Australian media. I mean, sometimes there's like a banger movie or TV series, but all of the general shit, you know, the talk shows, the reality shows, they all just seem to be fucking lame. But in this case, they've got the actual comedian on, so I thought we'd give it a chance. Raygun's legal team made a statement to The Guardian. They said, while we have immense respect for the credible work and effort that's gone into the development of this show, we must take necessary steps to safeguard Rachael's creative rights and the integrity of her work. This action is not intended to diminish the contribution of others, but rather to ensure her brand is properly represented and protected in all future endeavours. The use of the Raygun name by a comedian without approval has caused confusion among the public, potentially leading them to believe that Raygun the musical had Rachael's endorsement or approval. The misuse of intellectual property is not only misleading, but also jeopardizes Rachael's other commercial ventures, which rely on the integrity of her brand. Other commercial ventures, the integrity of her brand. Let's just take a second to remember, this bitch got sent to the Olympic Games for free to embarrass her country. To embarrass her country with a fucking kangaroo dance and some iteration of the sprinkler, and now she's claiming it's her intellectual property. That's fucking bonkers. And not only that, they've got no right to do this. I mean, parody and satire is fair game. It's literally fair use. Even if she did have some sort of claim over the fucking kangaroo dance. I mean, some people are going to say, well, technically, Bearing, her complaint is about the use of the name Raygun. And yeah, it is. But this comedian said the lawyers also told her she wasn't allowed to do the dance. Anyway, let's get to this interview.
Well, comedian and creator Steph Broadbridge is here to tell us all about it. Would you please welcome Steph? Seriously, Steph, last night was supposed to be your big preview night. What on earth happened?
Yeah, so we were all ready to go. We'd been doing rehearsals. I had a 8-person cast. I had band members coming from Canberra. And then I received a message from the comedy club that I was performing at that they'd had a cease and desist from Raygun's lawyers and we weren't going to be able to proceed.
So they've sent this legal letter to the venue itself, not this comedian who would be the promoter, I guess. I kind of find that a bit piss weak. See, venues are much more likely to fold to legal threats. They've got business permits, they've got liquor licenses, they've got tons of staff. They've got a lot more to lose than this single comedian. So it's kind of just attacking the whole thing at the weak spot, and it's a common tactic to shut down comedians. It's just a bit piss weak.
Raygun seemed to be going along with all the jokes since the Olympics. So what is it specifically she has a problem with your show?
I have no idea. And I don't even know if she does have a problem with it because I haven't spoken to her. Her lawyers haven't spoken to me. It's all been sort of very too removed from what's happening, so yeah.
Well, she does have a problem with it because her lawyers have sent you a threatening letter. Now, unless they're just completely fucking rogue, no lawyer's gonna just fire off legal threats like that without instruction. But this whole exercise is just a scaring tactic. They know she doesn't own the rights to the fucking kangaroo dance. That's ridiculous. Maybe they might have something with the trademark of the silhouette, but even then, this is parody. This is satire. I just cannot see this going their way if they fought this out in court. I mean, they know they're not gonna have to because the venue's gonna go, oh fuck, we don't want the trouble, shut it down.
I'm hoping that she still wants to see it.
Yeah, she doesn't want to see it. She's embarrassed by it. She wants it to go away unless she gets something out of it. You know, like a column or a TV appearance or a photo shoot with that fucking lame insert magazine she did a few months back.
What were you in breach of though? What copyright laws had you broken?
So she had trademarked a silhouette image that I'd used in a little mock-up poster.
Yeah.
And also they were concerned that I was going to be using the dance moves in the performance, and they were right to be concerned about that. I am using the dance moves.
What, you mean the kangaroo jump bit?
Yeah.
She's copyrighted that.
I don't know if she has, but and I'm not sure what the rules are. I'm not a lawyer. I've never had to deal with lawyers before in my life. It's all very crazy.
Yeah, see, like I said, it's a scare tactic. No one wants to deal with lawyers, except for other lawyers, I guess. And they know that. They also know they cannot copyright this dance move. I mean, if you did have some sort of legal claim over a dance move, I reckon it'd have to be something really specific, and it would have to encroach on someone's market. Like, I'm no lawyer, but I'd imagine if you put out some disco song with the moves of the fucking YMCA, the Village people would have something to say about it. I mean, if there's any lawyers in chat, feel free to enlighten me. Now, if Raygun could even technically copyright this dance move, she's fucking ages too late, as Australian comedian Lewis Spears points out.
In her legal letter, Raygun says the kangaroo dance is her intellectual property and that nobody else can perform it. You own the idea of dancing like a kangaroo. That's an interesting claim from a woman who did it 20 years after the Wiggles and 60,000 years after Indigenous people did. Although, to be fair to Raygun, unlike the Wiggles, she didn't do the dance with Rolf Harris. And as for your other moves, Rachel, I'm pretty sure Michael J. Fox has done most of these ones before, and I've definitely seen this move on Family Guy. Also, isn't your PhD thesis titled Deterritorializing Gender in Sydney's breakdancing scene? Your entire doctorate is about why women are struggling to get into breakdancing, and here you are suing another woman for getting into breakdancing.
All fair points, and while we're at it, why is she coming after this quirky little comedian from Sydney? Why didn't she go after the Jimmy Fallon show? I'll tell you why, it's because she knows the Jimmy Fallon show would fucking laugh at her. And while we're bordering on the insanely ridiculous, why don't we, and hear me out here, set up an Australian wildlife legal fund? Let's fucking sue Raygun on behalf of the kangaroos. Fuck her.
Can you go ahead with the show if you change parts of it?
I believe so. Again, not a lawyer, so don't know, but that is my plan. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hopefully that happens.
What are you going to change?
I'll change the name of the show.
To?
Well, I don't know yet. I'm open to any feedback if anyone's got a great name.
Steph, I'm looking forward to the show Ray Pistol. It is going to be set tonight.
Oh, Ray Pistol, as in Raygun, Ray Pistol. I thought he said something very different then. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I thought this was just a massive dick move. I mean, she's not doing herself any favours by doing this sort of shit. She was barely holding on to favour as it was. I mean, most Australians think she's like a dickhead, but like she was a quirky dickhead, a pretty innocent dickhead. Now she's just a dickhead. All right, thanks very much for watching. If you have any comments, leave them down below or at my Twitter. It's at bear_ing. All right, thanks again. I'll catch you later. Ta-ta. Bye-bye.
Recession, session.